whenever I saw people playing Grand Theft Auto, it was just they were constantly getting shot at by other real people, and it didn't look fun to me. It's like I don't want to be walking around getting killed constantly.
I don't think it'll be like that, though. I mean, they did say to be a seamless experience. Like, the multiplayer, it showed at the beginning, you know, how you can, like, spy on people and do things. And you could find people that you could go hack that were real people.
That was cool. That looked cool. They lost me at the whole gunfire, Grand Theft Auto, running around, killing everything.
But you see, you were all upset. You thought all you were going to do was walk around with a cell phone. Now you find out you have a gun and you're not happy with that.
I just can't. No, it doesn't make me happy. I'm never happy.
I thought you'd be excited. What about, did you see the mode where you could be on your smartphone and control, like, someone's racing in the game and you're trying to make them not be able to finish the race? And you're, like, awesome. Blowing up things in their way. And I thought that was kind of neat.
I wanted that. To me, that was, like, I hope I see more and more of that in games.
Yeah.
And I think that in games like, The Division, they're going to have that. So, but I'm interested in the game, but I'm seriously not sold on the game yet.
Oh, man. Oh, and then the third multiplayer mode they showed was like you had some sort of data you had to decrypt. And so you had to work as a team, get the data, and get away from the people so that you could start decrypting the data.
And that's when they jumped in the truck.
Yeah.
See, that looked fun.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, I can just picture all of us girls hopping in this truck and taking off.
So what you're worried about, really, is you just don't want to be getting killed all the time when you're playing your regular game.
Yes. That's my main concern of, like, with Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
But the hacking looked...
Yeah, the hacking.
Fun to play, like, hide and seek and, like, try to find each other in the city. But the other thing was, like, I thought it was interesting to, if it's me playing, I look like the main character, but to you, I look like somebody else.
Yeah, so that kind of, this is coming from Ubisoft, who makes Assassin's Creed. And the Assassin's Creed multiplayer, it's kind of like that a little bit.
So do I control what you see, or is it, like, generated so I'm always different and you don't know what you're looking for?
I think it's auto-generated. I think you're going to look like your main character dude. I think his name is like Aiden or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, Aiden. And, I don't know. It looks cool. And then I watched some more videos today of like the story stuff. It's set in Chicago. And I thought they did an awesome job of capturing the mood of the city. I've only been to Chicago once, but Oprah. Yeah, Oprah Town. I didn't see Oprah when I went to Chicago. But I don't know. I just thought they did a really good job. It looks awesome.
I mean, it looks interesting. I'm not
You're not sold. All right.
But you know me, I probably will get the game and we'll be running around hacking stuff, stealing trucks, and making a getaway. It will happen.
It will. I bet you anything. I'm going to get the game and I'll be like, it's so cool. You have to have it.
Yep. And then like, okay, I'm on my way. I'll stop on my way home from work.
Yeah.
Just like I did with Defiance.
You will. Oh, yeah. You didn't play that enough. You didn't give enough chance. That's a whole nother topic. I won't even get going on that.
Okay. But yes, I will. It looks interesting, but I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. So, Zen, you have made a new commitment this week.
Yes, I did. I bought a Scuf controller after multiple girls in the group bought them. I had to do it.
Plunge. She just did
After this clan war, I was like, you know what? I like playing video games. I am going to spend just about $200 on a controller, and I am not going to look back and feel bad about it. So that's what I did.
Well, I have questions.
Okay.
What color did you get? Because that's, of course, the most important.
White with a orange LED.
Okay, so you got GTG colors representing.
I almost went with green, but then I was like, no, it's too Xboxy. Then I almost went with blue, then I said, no, too sad.
Too sad. You know Shadow bought a blue one, right?
Like I said, I almost went with blue.
Okay. And then, so what did you decide to do for your thumbsticks? What did you get? Well, wait. Maybe we should explain for people that don't know what a Scuf controller is.
Oh, yeah. I guess we're being ignorant thinking like everybody knows what a Scuf is. So it's a custom-made controller that has a shorter trigger pull, and it has these paddles on the back that you can customize what button they are. And the paddles on the back, I got 2 paddles. You can get 4. Mm-hmm. I have it set to the B button and the A button, so I no longer have to take my thumbs off of the analog stick to drop or, dump.
Yeah. So now you can play, and then normally you would have to take your right thumb off the thumbstick to hit the B button, and now you can just tap it underneath the controller and keep that's huge. And then the trigger stops will just mean that you can pull the trigger and it just barely has to move to shoot your gun, which may initially kill your accuracy until you get used to it.
Yeah, that's the main reason I bought the controller, is because with the 360 controller and the one controller, it's crazy how far you had to push the trigger back to actually engage the weapon or whatever you're doing.
Yeah.
And then when the other girls were sharing pictures and videos of their trigger reaction, that was it. Huge. I was sold.
Yeah, so what thumbsticks did you get on it? Because you can customize the stick height and the type, if it's concave or if you want domed.
I went with 2 concave regular. Mm-hmm. I read that you're supposed to get like a longer analog stick for accuracy.
Right.
But I was
aren't you
too scared.
You're more of a run and gun though, aren't you? Most of the time?
Yeah, I'm always moving and shooting.
I think run and gunners don't
move
that, so.
Yeah, that's what one of the girls, Goose had mentioned, that she's a run and gunner. And I was like, okay, I will do that. And the concave didn't seem to fit. Like, I just don't think I would be comfortable with that.
Right.
So, and that's one of their standards, that it does automatically when you're setting up, it's the right analog is a concave. So a lot of people must prefer that, I'm assuming. Yeah. And I did not do any grips.
That was the next one. Did you get
I am comfortable with how the 360 grip feels, and I don't want to change that. And I'm also thinking in the future, if I buy a different headset that somehow attaches differently to the controller, I don't want to have anything interfering with that.
True. Well, I am on the fence. I want to buy it so bad. I was also looking at Scuf Gaming's controller, but I'm really looking at Scuf. Shadow is going to bring hers by this weekend, I think, so I can check it out. But I don't know. You got to let me know how it is as soon as you get it.
I think it should be here tomorrow.
Woo!
I hope so. I know. And like you said with Cinch, I was also on the fence with Cinch. Mm-hmm. But something in my gut just said, don't.
I mean, Scuf's well known. All the pro teams are using them and everything. I mean, they've had their controllers out a long time, so they've had time to work out all the bugs.
Yep, that's the same thing. I feel like Cinch is still going through this process of and understanding what they're trying to be so different. They're trying to be different than Scuf, so I don't want to go through that whole phase with them.
See, what I like about them is that they have a button on the back, and right where my hand sit, I think is where that button is instead of a paddle.
Yeah, and I was thinking the same thing, but that's like with them, I really think with that one I'd have to hold the controller to make sure that exactly where that button is where my hand sits.
Yeah. I sure wish you could just walk into like a GameStop and have examples of all the controllers like that.
Yeah, they should have them there and have it so you can order online.
Yeah, like a little kiosk, and you just...
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that would be awesome. They would do...
Clearly they did not ask us.
No. Well, if you're listening, you should be doing that. So yes, that is my recent purchase.
Oh man. Well, I can't wait.
Me either.
Hopefully I'll be there as well. Oh, Zen, so, okay, this is going to date me. Actually, we had a question.
Oh, yeah, from Ski.
Yeah, Ski had a question for us.
Our little Canadian friend.
Mm-hmm. Our little Canadian clanmate here.
Yeah.
What was her question?
Her question was, what's your all-time favorite game?
Okay, and then we've we couldn't figure that out because it's such a hard thing to narrow it down to one game. Mm-hmm. So, Zen, I'm going to alter it just a little. What was the one game that got you into gaming to begin with, that just hooked you?
Super Mario on the NES.
Okay.
That was my first game. I got the system from my grandma and grandpa on Christmas.
Aww.
And I'll never forget that day.
Aww. Well, for me, because this is what dates me. My very first video games were at the arcade. My dad would drop me off in the arcade while he'd go bowl in his league. And so this was back when Pac-Man was new. Mm-hmm. So my favorite game back then was Galaga. And I just loved it. I loved it.
That's a great game.
Yeah, I love Galaga. It's simple but fun.
Yes.
And, yeah.
See, I didn't have the I was a little bit, I'm a little bit younger than you, so the arcade you didn't go to the arcade when I was a kid. You just had your NES.
Yeah.
We had certain places that were like, like a grown-up Chuck E. Cheese that you could go to, but it was never that you had to go to the arcade to play video games.
Yeah.
Which I think is an awesome experience to have, so,
Yeah, the arcades were the best. They really were. I wasted so much money in them.
So that's the game that got you.
Yeah, because then from there, the Atari 2600, which was going to lead me into the next thing, but yeah, the Atari 2600 was my first console, and so I had, all those games like Centipede, Galaga, Pole Position, all those old games is what got me in.
Pole Position?
You don't know what Pole Position is?
No, that sounds a little, whoa.
It's a racing game. Night Driver. Oh, I love that.
I know Night Driver.
Not Knight Rider, though. Night Driver. Oh, my gosh.
Okay.
You missed out with the blocks.
I did, okay.
I envisioned the games as like these beautiful things, and now when I look back, I'm like, okay, that block moved over here, and then that block moved over here. That's one thing that's so beautiful about it, though. Like those old games, like Mario. He's just like these little pixels running around. Yeah, we thought it was cool. Yeah, in my mind, like when I was picturing whatever he was doing, Mario, like when he got the little flame ball thingy, in my imagination, this was like, this guy was just chucking these flame balls, and there was things blowing up, and it was just, your imagination just ran wild, and now on the Xbox One, we get pissed if things don't look real, because I can no longer imagine. Yeah, we're so spoiled we don't use our imaginations anymore. Yeah, so that's that's the game that got you into it. What about, before we say our all-time favorite game, what is your favorite multiplayer game? All-time favorite multiplayer game? Yes. Well, I'd have to say Halo 2. Agreed. Yeah? We agree. Yes, that is my all-time favorite multiplayer game. The memory, it was just... Yeah. I don't think we could ever duplicate that time. It was like one of the first games that were with Xbox Live and this whole being able to play with people everywhere. I mean, then multiplayer, I guess you could say, what would it be called? The Super Mario World on the Super Nintendo. That was my probably first multiplayer game. That was multiplayer? I mean, my sister and I, it's just sitting there. Like two controllers. That's multiplayer. I got you. Yeah, old school multiplayer. I forget. So Halo 2, I thought that would be yours too. So. Yeah. Now we'll get to Ski's question of all-time favorite game. I have to. It's hard. It's so hard. I don't know. My gut says Halo Combat Evolved because it's totally changed the way I play games. Wow. Okay. The very first Halo, but when it re-released, they reimagined the anniversary edition. The anniversary edition, and they went through and redid all the graphics, spiffed it all up. I went through to play it, so excited, and then when I played it, it just didn't have that same feeling. But I would go back. You can hit, I think it's like the select button. You can go back and forth between the old graphics and the new updated.